Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long boys blues, 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends used to bug. Long boys blues, 1975.
Hey YouTube, Lawn Boys Post 1975. I think you know what time it is. It's Dave's favourite time o'clock. That's right, we've got some more Chinese knockoff tat to take a look at. I was aware of this, I haven't really seen any videos on it or anything like that. I just seen the box out, remember thinking to myself how nice it looks. I was very kindly sent this to try it out and well, tell you what I think about it. It's Chinese tats, I don't have high hopes therefore, but I guarantee I will love it anyway because I like my Chinese tat. So it's basically going to be another knockoff classic system, you know, in the vein of the knockoff NES I've already reviewed, and kind of in the vein of the Super Nintendo or the SNES classic, because that's what it looks like apparently. But it is called the Super Mini SFC. And the box is both tasty and delicious. Although, if you look at that, then doesn't that basically mean Super Mini Super Famicom? So it's got Super there twice because it's saying it's a knockoff Super Famicom. Right, so on the other side, because I'm reading on the back, classic mini HD TV game, Super HD mini entertainment system. Then you've got your information where it tells you it's 110 to 220 volts, 9-pin gamepad, so I believe that's your standard Atari port, 621 built-in games. But here's the interesting thing for a knockoff NES on a chip, because it is a NES on a chip, or a knock, if you will, HD 1080p, and obviously it's made in China because copyright doesn't exist there. And basically it does actually say, when it says 621 8-bit games. So why have they gone for the look of, I guess, the Super Famicom classic mini? Probably because it stands out from the crowd, probably because there's a load of, you know, knockoff original looking, you know, NES knockoffs out there and stuff like that. Oh, you can see my face again. So that kind of makes sense, but I cannot tell you how nice the box is, and it's push the PlayStation Classic box to shame. Let's get in a bit closer. So, right, basically it says Classic and it shows a SNES pad. It's got, what does it say there? Family computer, and that's about it. And a barcode, guess that's for the warehouse. HD Super, you know, HD Mini, as it does on that side. But the box, apart from being bulletproof, is lovely because it's built to represent, I guess this is supposed to look like, you know, the Super Nintendo font. Well, I guess it does look like the Super Nintendo font, but this is clearly supposed to look like the Super Famicom classic box, and it's nice. It's really nice, which obviously is kind of a replication of the original Super Famicom box. Now, I don't know what the Super Famicom, if I say that anymore, take a shot, classic box, excuse me, looks like, but I'm pretty sure mine back in the day was white. But there's no denying that this box looks really nice, especially this. I really like this. This is a really nice image. It's certainly gone above and beyond. If you look at my other knockoff NES like system on a chip reviews, you'll see what I mean. It's even got a proper pull-out tab that I can't pull out. Dear Lord, it doesn't want me getting in, does it? There we go. So yeah, it's got a pull-out tab and stuff like that. It's not like you drop it and it goes thump out the bottom or thump out the side. Now, a minute we get inside, yeah, figured, because I haven't seen this yet, it goes into plastic. Which, you know, makes sense because these things are cheaply produced. From what I can tell, this is £29, but take that with a pinch of salt. But, oh, it's in there. And there's stuff on the bottom as well. Oh, hang on. See what I mean? No, it's with nothing inside. pretty decent solid box. Let's have a look at what's on the bottom. Well, right off the bat, it's got one over the genuine Super Nintendo Classic, because you get a power unit. Yes, I know it's one of those cheapest chip ones that come in everything, not just Japanese consoles, but everything you buy off eBay that's from China. Chinese consoles. But it's still one that you didn't get with the genuine Super Nintendo one. And we get, and it's sealed, in what can only be described as making my skin itch with plastic. We get, oh, is power brick too strong a descriptive term? And, oh look, it actually goes into mini USB or micro USB. So yeah, the fact that you actually got one of those, you actually technically got one in itself if it was, oh shit, that was the console, in a different country, because that's actually the adapter, isn't it? Well, that puts you to shame, doesn't it, Nintendo? Put that back in because we'll go through it as it is. Not sure how this is in it. Oh, these are the pads. Well, there's two of them. They look the part. I'll take one out and we'll have a look at it. But yeah, oh, obviously you get an HDMI cable. You get minigame built-in game show list. I'm not even going to attempt to read that because, well, it's too small and I just got home from work and I don't want a headache. User manual, Super Mini SFC TV game console. What a manual indeed. What a manual. It has built-in classic games in total, which cannot be changed. It has a permanent list of games, basically. I love English. It uses 5-volt charger for the power supply, and the available voltage is 110 to 220 volts. So the ordinary household power source can afford that. Can afford it. Thank you for looking after my finances. And then it's just got a list of stuff telling you what the buttons do and things like that. So it's not really a manual. It's more of a pamphlet. Right, before we look at the console, let's have a look at the pad. They feel cheap. They feel really cheap. Actually, I have a USB pad on my Pi that looks just like this. And that's cheap compared to a genuine Nintendo one, but that feels more solid than this. But shoulder buttons, so we'll look at them. Well, they click. You can hear the echo of the empty plastic. But they look the part. I mean, it's a NES, but it's attempting to look like a SNES. So, you know what? Yeah. I mean, what do you expect? Yeah, and it's your standard Mega Drive, Atari, Spectrum. You know, everything back in the day. 9-pin joystick port, but start, select. It's not the worst I've ever seen, but we've got a lot more buttons than we're going to need. That just kicked in my brain. A lot more buttons than we're going to need. Interesting. Unless they're double mapped or something. I don't know. But I kind of understand why they've done that. They've done it. It does look nice to stand out from the crowd or every other one that's out there. It's not identical. Even I can see that the size is off, but that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Got little rubber legs. It is super light. But then, to be honest, I mean, it's lighter than my genuine one because I got a genuine one. But to be fair, maybe I'll put a picture in so you can see them side by side. To be fair, you know, the genuine one's really light and airy. Oh, look, nothing works out. You got a reset button. Obviously that doesn't work, it's not going in. The cartridge flap doesn't work, it's not going in. It's not got anything written on it other than HD up there. And you've got your power, which looks just like an original SNES one. Obviously it's just got the 2 ports out the front. It's not going to have that like little, you know, flap thing. So when you're not using them, you can pretend it's, you know, it's a perfect replica. And you've got power light. You got a fake heat vent. There is no gap there as there is on the back, so let's hope it doesn't run too hot. But all in all, I think that is a surprisingly good looking close port of a genuine Super or SNES classic. It really is. But yeah, so I mean, light, cheap, airy, very light and cheap. Just picking it up again, I cannot tell you how cheap and nasty that is. But we're here to see what it has, how it looks, because it's HD. And again, well, there are a load of knockoff NESs out there, but none of them, as far as I can tell, the ones I've seen or the ones I've reviewed, are HD out. So that'll be quite interesting. I mean, you could argue this about the original NES Classic, which I own, which is, do you really need 8-bit games to come out in HD? I don't know, but let's get into it. I'll set it up in the other room and we can see what it looks like. But I think it's safe to say, I mean, the console is nice and everything, but the most effort has clearly been made on the box. Anyway, let's set it up and see what it has to offer. Right, so I've just powered it up. What you didn't see is when I turned it on and powered it up, my TV itself actually said that it's actually running at 720. So it doesn't look like it's going to be running in 1080. So they lied. But then let's be honest, it's a knockoff Chinese system that's ripped off Nintendo. I don't think honesty is quite their bag. Do you? The screen is in 16:9, not 4:3. I don't know if that affects the games or not, but this is just a title screen, so music's alright. Screen image is actually quite nice. Action game, shoot game, sport game, puzzle game, racing game, fighting game with 621 odd games on there. I guarantee from every one of these I've ever played, they'll be bleeding from one of these sections into the other quite a lot. Ooh, what to choose from first? Right, let's go with action game. Start. Oh, start? No. Select? No. No select. And also there's no options. Not sure why I was expecting there to be options. Probably confusing the original proper ones of these. Let's go with shoot game, which is, I guess those two guys are supposed to represent Contra. Right. Mario menu, Mario background from Mario Bros. 3 for the selection screen. Contra 24 in 1. So each sub-menu tells you the number of games within that sub-menu. So you've got Contra 24 in 1, Contra 4, Super Contra 24 in 1, Super Contra 7, Super Contra 8, Robocop 2, Robocop 3, Robocop 4. Bucky O'Hare, Dead Fox, that means there are ROM hacks in here, which would be kind of cool. Silkworm, the Punisher, Probotector, so it's got Power Guns in there as well. Alien 3. For the most part then, it has done a reasonable job of putting games in this sub-menu that kind of should be in this sub-menu. Although, can you really count? Go on there. Press right, you don't have to scroll down. Smash TV, Super Turrican, Super Xevious, the Terminator. Right. You know what? There's a reasonable selection of good games, I would say, in here. So let's go back to Super 20... Contra, sorry, 24 in 1. Right. Start doesn't work. No, Y doesn't work. X doesn't work. Left bumper doesn't work. Right. Oh, right bumper. And it changed the menu. That's kind of interesting. Then there is an option. Contra. We all remember Contra. Right. Select. The sound seems to be absolutely bang on, may I add. And the screen is nice. Oh, and I've just realised that the games are in 16:9 as well, which I know is for purists is wrong, but I don't mind it being stretched. That's what she said. The screen quality, it's actually pretty nice. I mean, it's HD. It may be 720, but it's HD, so immediately it's got something over all the other, you know, knockoff NESs out there. Can't jump because I'm in the water, makes sense. And 720 would be what the proper, you know, official one runs at, wouldn't it? There we go. You know what? The pad's actually reasonably responsive as well. It may feel like it's been loaded with helium, but yeah. Right. Start, pause, select. Oh, left trigger's fire. Right trigger's jump. There are some alternative mappings. I can't leave the game when I'm in the game. Which, to be fair, none of the other ones can. Oh, sorry. My glass of Coke. Right. Well, I guess all we do is reset then and select another game. Which I'm guessing takes me back to the original menu. That's a bit irritating because it then bumps you back 2 menus. Right. Well, let's go back in. It should... well, yeah, this is the screen you wanted, not the... It's nice that you get the option to go into what it looks like, you know, when it's just a list. But that just reminds me of one of those 88 million in one cartridges you used to get for your Game Boy Advance. Super 20... Oh, I get it. I'm being an idiot. It gives you a sub-menu. Ha! Of all the Contras. Look. 24 different Contras. Contra 2A, Contra 3A. And they're all exactly the same. So your 621 is lies. Well, we knew it would be lies, didn't we? Right, go on. Stage 3. Oh no, it starts you. It's a level select. Actually, that's kind of interesting, because if you're pants at Contra, and I am, then this, actually that's actually a pretty cool feature. Whether that's what it's intended to be, or just to convince you that you're playing a different version of the game, I don't know. But I like that. From a point of view from me, as a level skip, I think that's kind of cool. By the way, the pants, like I said, they are actually pretty responsive. They're not as good as the proper one, but they are pretty responsive. You know, I've played a lot worse, made by proper companies. Right, again though, having to reset and go back all the way to the start is a bit pants. Right, let's go, like I'm just going to dabble, let's go an action game. Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario Bros. 2, I've got Mario... Right. Mario's missing, Mario's Time Machine, Adventure Island. Oh, you got Adventure Island, Chippendale, Chippendale 2, Chippendale 3, Sonic. Oh, I played this one. Right, let's play Sonic. Very blue, isn't it? That's what the music sounds like. Right, here we go. Look, Sonic. Not just Sonic on a Nintendo, but Sonic on a knockoff of a Nintendo. So they're ripping off Sega while simultaneously ripping off Nintendo. I like their style. Spring in our zone. That's weird. I don't remember starting on this when I played, because I got a gameplay of this. Oh no, I might be confusing it with Samari? Yeah. I do think you start on this level in this bit then. To be fair, for a bootleg Sonic on a Nintendo system, it's alright. And the music is this bad. It's not to do with how it's emulated as far as I can... Hey! There we go. Yoink. Jeez. Forgot. Does my spin dash even... Oh, it's repeating itself. Do anything on this? Yoink! These. Have I got any rings? I have now. No, I haven't. You're not making it through this unless you've got a ring. Well, there you go. Let's have a look at something else. I mean, it's not going to be anything else. That's going to be the way they do it, isn't it? So, I can't expect well, we've got sub menus, but you know what I mean, like, jump back to the menu you were on, because it's just cheap knockoff tat. I do like the image quality. I really do like the image quality. Like I said, it would be nice if you could change it to 4.3, but, again, it's just cheap knockoff tat. I suck at this game. And hell, this video is not even about how good I am here. Mario games. Oh, it's changed the keys around. Oh, now X is jump. I don't like that. Is it? I'm having... Oi! No, it's not. It's A again. It looks really nice. I'm not really... I mean, I don't play this game that much, but I'm not really noticing any issues, like, with the way it displays it, or it's running it, or it's emulating it, I should say. It's a little bit of flickering down the bottom left. I don't know if that's... Music sounds fine to me. It's a bit quiet considering how loud it's set when it's not on this. Got to run. There's something like in your life. Oh, there's a little bit tearing there. Or is it? Yoink! Oi! Yeah, this is running really well. It seems to be running really well. Way! This pad is not bad. It may feel like a cheap piece of shit, but it's not bad. And that seemed to run really well. Alright, let's try another one in this and we'll jump into another menu. Fighting game. Turtles 1, Turtles 2, Turtles 3, Turtle Fighter. I'm guessing that's Tournament. Double Dragon 2, 3, 4. We all remember 4, don't we? Power Blade. Ninja Gaiden. Street Fighter 2018, Street Fighter 4, Mortal Kombat. So it's got, let's have a look. It's got, yeah, this is a ROM I played before. Listen. Why does it sound like Superman? Why? I'm not in 2-player. Do you know what? For a hooky game, upwards jump. It looks Mortal Kombat. It looks terrible Mortal Kombat. But it looks like Mortal Kombat. But it makes me want to throw up because of the frame rate. But there you go, that's what you get when you have a hooky. So now who are they ripping off? Ha! Midway. Right, let's go back, let's try Turtles. It's definitely running in 720. Right, fighting game. Turtles 2, because that's the arcade game, isn't it? 1990. Oh, how far we've come. 1 turtle, 2 turtles. Got to press start now, not A. RAF, it's always RAF. The sound goes, the volume goes up and down between games. That doesn't seem to be sounding properly. Looks nice though. Let's see how it plays. We've got to find April. That flickering's present in the original game. Do you know what? The screen really does look nice. How I'm capturing it obviously doesn't do it any favours. Amazing, they're ninjas and they've only got like 3 ninja moves. Well, there was a recession, wasn't there, in the late 80s, early 90s, so maybe that's all they could afford. Right. You know what? Seriously, the screen looks lovely. Let's try another one. Racing games. We'll try one of each of them. F1 Sensation, Zero Race, Excite Bike. Vindicator is a tank game. Road Worker. Excite Bike. A game I suck at. Resisting the urge to say it looks really nice because it's getting a broken record, but it does. Doesn't appear to be any problems with this. Oh shit. My riding, that might be a problem. Sweet. It's just a simple game but so much genius. Awesome. Hey! Oh, that's because I'm pressing forward, right. One more from the last 2. Sport game! Hot Blood Basketball. What no? RBI. Cyberball. Gold Cup Soccer. Tennis. Backstroke Badminton. Yeah. So, I mean, each sub-menu, they don't match the, well, they can't match the number of games, I guess, but high score, hot blood ice hockey, Technos. I thought this was River City Ransom then. Oh, it's Technos. That's kind of cool. It's a Japanese ROM. I don't know if it's. Oh, that's a bit harsh on my eyes. Jason Voorhees, stop it. Look at that shit, eh? I just hit him. Look. Is that why it's called Hot Blood? This is me. Is that why it's called Hot Blood? When I'm moving, it doesn't seem to be half as bad. Ha! I can trap the keeper. Right, well. Enough of that. Let's try the last menu. Puzzle game. Rockman. Wow, Mega Man is a puzzle game. Bubble Bubble. Tetris 2, Angry Birds. What the hell? Legacy of the Wizard with no spaces. I might as well see what Rockman looks like, even though I would have put that in action game. Yep, it's a Japanese ROM. Well, there you go, you're covered if you like your Mega Man. To be fair, even Stress, it looks alright. I mean, I like Stress, I said, but... Oh, forgot that you can't shoot up. It's running fine. Oh no, that's slow down. Is that present? Maybe it depends on the games you play. Maybe I should have picked an easier fucking bloke to fight. Ah! Right, well this is getting a bit long, but I'm just going to quickly say the image quality, the sound seems to be alright for the best part. It seems to be running them pretty well. You know, in some cases perfectly. Maybe that's just me not being a massive Nintendo kid. And like I said, the screen quality, you know, HD obviously, is really, really nice. Right, let's go back to the other room and round up. Right, to round up, I'm actually pretty impressed. The system looks really, really nice. It's a it's a very decent replication of a SNES. You know, it's not obviously a SNES, it's 8-bit games, but like I said, it's HDMI, and as you saw from that video, obviously the way I capture it doesn't help. I was very genuinely surprised at how good the picture quality was, how good it was. At least to me, by all means correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not the biggest Nintendo player, it seemed to, for the most part, run them fine. I thought it ran Super Mario Bros. 3, really, really, really well. You know, there is enough games on there. See, I like bootleg knockoff ROMs. So the fact that you've got, you know, hacked ROMs on there and stuff, like Sonic and things like that, is interesting. That's kind of interesting. You know, it's an appeal, I would say. It's an appeal. I mean, the purists were going to stick with their pies, and some people just say, I'll just buy the original one and hack this. But not all people want to do that. And some people like these systems for being an extremely cheap alternative, just to play, for the most part, accurate ish, you know, NES games. Well, I say that because obviously there's Japanese and bootlegs in there of the NES games they had as a kid, and there's more than enough in there, even though they duplicate, and some of them duplicate in really weird manners, like that Super Contra thing. But there is more than enough decent NES games in there for any diehard fan of NES who grew up with it and stuff like that to get enjoyment out of this system. For 29 quid, I would say this is pretty good. Like I said, the image quality is fantastic. Yes, it's 16:9. Purists will argue against that, but man, I can live with that. You get what you pay for, and also I don't mind it being stretched. And, you know, there's no options and stuff like that, but it's a knockoff unit. Going right back to the start by resetting every time again, it's a knockoff unit. I can live with all that. And despite feeling super cheap and light, the pads are really pretty responsive. I had no problems with them. It was my game playing skills that let me down. So different mappings of buttons on different certain games, like Contra let you jump and fire with the shoulder buttons. And also that thing, that weird Contra menu, when he worked out that it was actually level select. That was a really, if it's only on Contra, fine, but that was a really, really nice little touch, I thought, right there. Whether it's intended to be that, I sincerely doubt it, but, you know, I don't know, but it's a level select on a game that's notoriously balls hard, and I can't remember the Contra code, or the Konami code, but, yeah, pads are alright. It looks alright, it plays extremely well, sounds alright, comes in a really, 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 really nice box, and a really nice unit, and hell, for that, you could even stick a pie in it. I have to say, I'm very genuinely surprised, and I would recommend it. I mean, if you've got a hacked original NES or a hacked original SNES or stuff like that, or you've got a pie, maybe not. But if you just dabble in these things and just want a bunch of NES games on the cheap that you had when you were a kid, and also something that looks pretty good and reasonably attractive sat underneath your TV, yeah, I would definitely recommend this. I mean, if you have this, or you had it, or you want it, or you're just interested from watching this video, I would love to know what you think. And thank you very much for watching. As always, I'll see you later.